can you give me a status of your review assignment?
Ji sir. Sir, we are almost complete at our work. Then আমরা হচ্ছে স্যার একটা ড্রাফট রেডি করে ফেলেছি। 3টা মিটিং করেছিলাম স্যার। এখন প্রতিটা মিটিং এ এখন ফাইনালি কিছু পার্ট অ্যাড করা, খুবই অল্প কিছু পার্ট অ্যাড করা বাকি আছে স্যার। ড্রাফটটা স্যার আমরা ইনশাল্লাহ আজকে রাতের মধ্যেই স্যার আপনাকে মেইল করে দিতে পারবো। স্যার,
আচ্ছা।
স্যার ড্রাফটে একটা জিনিস যেটা স্যার আমরা হচ্ছে সবগুলো ডাটা স্যার কালেক্ট করেছি, যেমন স্যার অনেকগুলো পেপার থেকে স্যার। এখন আমরা স্যার চাচ্ছিলাম মানে এখনো স্যার প্যারাফ্রেজিং বা রিফ্রেজিং কিছু করিনি স্যার। আপনি এটা চেক করার পরে স্যার কোন ডাটাগুলো মানে যদি কোনোটা বাদ যায় বা কিছু স্যার এরকম দেখার পরে স্যার আমরা প্যারাফ্রেজিং করতে চাচ্ছিলাম স্যার। এটা কি স্যার ঠিক আছে না?
Have you prepared any table or flow chart or
জি
any
স্যার, স্যার
other
টেপ টেপ
clear
টেপ জি
illustration to show how the pathway of the uh, you know uh, safety issues associated with gene edited product?
স্যার ওই যে টেবিল প্রিপেয়ার করা হয়েছিল, একটা
Okay.
টেবিল প্রিপেয়ার করা হয়েছে।
And you may need to prepare a flow chart because some of the countries like Japan,
জি
USA, Canada, even Australia, they have special pathway for accepting or offering green pass to the CRISPR-Cas gene
স্যার ওই
edited
ফ্লো চার্ট গুলো কি
product.
স্যার অ্যাড করে দিব? জি স্যার
You
আমি
can,
ফ্লো চার্ট গুলো স্যার দেখেছি, করেছি স্যার।
you can make your own one based on the known information. Excuse me, I am catching a food.
জি স্যার।
I have a parcel from China. This is why the post office called me. Anyway, you need to make a lucid story. Science is a story. All scientific articles are individually, each one is a story. So different countries are doing different approaches. For example, European Union, they are considered uh, gene edited product like GMO. So their process is different. But the countries who have already, considered gene edited product differently, they have the steps. So you can, for example, in case of Japan, USA, and Canada, even Australia, you can draw the pathway, just a block. Uh, 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 Easily you can draw by using PowerPoint and show so that one can easily understand the steps followed to approve or offer the green pass of the uh, gene edited product. That would help the reader for better understanding, right?
জি স্যার।
Okay, then. Uh, Jahid, possibly he has some problem. I am not sure. So we shall start to talk some information today. Yes, today we shall discuss on especially wastewater. So in environmental biotechnology, wastewater treatment, it has been practiced since ancient time. So this is very important. Key intervention points of environmental biotechnology. Already in environmental biotechnology, it has huge practical application. So where we intervene Um, Here it is illustrated very nicely. For example, pollution prevention. This is one of the intervention. Pollution prevention, or cleaner production. Any industry, even in agriculture, uh, do cleaner production so that environment is not polluted. So pollution control is one of the most important point of intervention, which consists of prevention and a cleaner production. Other point is waste management. This is most important because in the uh, human activity in all societies, lots of waste are generated. Lots of wastes are generated, and manage those waste is really challenging. From our household to the community and a country, even worldwide, waste management is a challenging issue. And more interestingly, even at the cellular level, there is waste management process at a single cell. Do you know what is it? The process of waste management in a cell, what is it called? Can anyone answer? Waste management or waste recycling in the cell. What is it?
So, autophagy.
Excellent. Yes, autophagy is a process where all the waste generated by the cell are recycled, or if some of them are not possible to recycle, they are dumped into the lysosome for complete management. That means lysosome is the dumping place of final dumping place of the waste management in the cell, and lysosome then break down by using different enzymes and remove from the cell through excretory pathway. Similarly, in the world, waste management is a very big task for every country, every society. In some country like Japan, they have the recycling system of reusing all the waste, and amazing technology. They have, for example, but for biodegradable waste, they can convert them into biofertilizer, and also can get the gas and electricity. And non-recyclable cyclable waste like for example an old car, they use powerful combustion technique and separate all the metals, all the non-burnable, usually non-burnable product separately, and then reuse for making a new car, for example new Toyota car. So waste management system uh, of any country indicates how developed they are. So science is hugely been progressed in waste management, especially waste recycling. But Bangladesh, we have not, strong waste management system. This is why this area is very important area to do more work in Bangladesh. And waste management is associated with, lots of things associated with human health, because waste generates lots of hazardous substances associated with climate change, associated with, livelihood, associated with economy also. And other point is manufacturing process. Anything you manufacture, there are lots of waste is generated. In that case, pollution prevention technique, for example, in the industry, we use ETP, effluent treatment plant, and also waste generated from the industry. We need the management. And you see, another arrow moves to manufacturing because, for example, broken glass can be reused to make new glass. Um, Even a metal can or other thing can be reused. So all are interlinked and key intervention points of environmental biotechnology. This is a very important area uh, for research and practical application. Um, Now the question is, what are the main sources of environmental pollutants and factors influencing their nature, removal from the environment? So, for example, microbial, plant, animal activity, mineral and fossil fuels, these are the pollutants. When you burn any petroleum or fossil fuel, then release unburned gases, lots of toxic gases in the atmosphere, and they affect the microbes, plants, animal, all living activity. Industrial xenobiotics you know very well. Xenobiotics are man-made compound which are synthetic chemical compound industrially produced. For example, DDT is a xenobiotics. Most of our antibiotics, uh, synthetic one or insecticide, they are xenobiotics and they affect the activity of plant, uh, animal, even human. And then you see biotic factors, specifically specificity, activity, and toxicity. Biotic factors and abiotic factors work on those, uh, how to say, pollutants. And pollutants, for example, through mineralization, through transformation, through immobilization, they are managed by different biotic and abiotic interactions. Any waste, if you throw outside the house, for example, a peel of a banana, what would happen? It will not remain as you throw. Immediately, temperature, light, humidity, and microorganism, they work on it and lots of things, pH, temperature, redox potential, lots of factors, abiotic factors and bacteria, fungi, they will participate and break down the banana peel and uh, decompose it, and even some bacteria decompose the organic big compounds and release the mineral elements to the soil, and some transformation of the compounds also can be taken place. Some immobilization, that means gaseous form of compounds will go to the air. So these are the joint activity of biotic and abiotic factors in every waste materials. You may ask me a question: if I throw a uh, polythene to the environment, what would happen? Even in case of polythene, abiotic and biotic factors will work, but it takes long time to degrade polythene to the polythene is made of carbon, hydrogen, polyethylene. So finally carbon, hydrogen, water or carbon dioxide will be produced. It may take 50 years or like that, but it is also degradable. In the earth, everything is degradable, but we call some are biodegradable, means relative term. If it is readily decomposed or break down or mineralized or transformed or immobilized by the action of biotic and abiotic factors, then we call them biodegradable, because our lifespan is short. We can survive maximum 100 years or a little higher. Most of the people die about 70 years. So we consider biodegradable means, if we see within few days or few months, they are degraded and become a part of the soil or like that, then we call them biodegradable. But in true sense, everything in this earth is biodegradable. Okay. And here you can see potential opportunities and strategies in environmental biotechnology. Environmental biotechnology has huge potentials um, for recycling of uh, organic and inorganic pollutants in the household, in the industry, everywhere. The Even agricultural system, waste are not only organic or not only inorganic. In Japan and some other country, they have very nice system to separate different kinds of waste in different bins or different uh, you know uh, containers. As a result, they can recycle them very easily. But in our country, you see, we throw all the waste into the same bin. This is a big problem. When you want to do recycling, you need to do uh, uh, separate them, because I told you the degradation, biodegradation of all the waste are not at the same speed. Metallic one or broken glass or a banana peel, obviously they have huge differences. So if you have separated from the origin, that would be very interesting. And then you can use them in the industry as raw material, and you can use them as a source of fertilizer or energy if they are you know biodegradable, that means biomass containing waste. And after degradation of especially biomass containing one, mineral, they are practically be part of the soil, because you will get lots of uh, you know minerals, carbon, enrich the soil. And in all the cases, actually microorganisms, different kind of microorganisms play a fantastic role in breakdown of the uh, you know waste material. And it obviously depends on whether that is abiotic factors, temperature, humidity. They are the supporting factors for microbial activity. So there are lots of complex processes going on. Here it is described, and from wastewater to the household waste, or even a big car, uh, uh, or any other big machine which is out of order. Recycling or management of those waste are big challenge. And finally, plants are getting the mineralized product by the uh, action of microorganisms. And some heavy metals, removal of some heavy metals are really big problem. In that case, different membrane technique, biofilm techniques are used. Heavy metals, as you cannot decompose heavy metals, you can change the form of heavy metal, one species to another, make a complex, make it insoluble, but completely destruction of heavy metals is not possible. In that case, a phytoremediation, if soil contains high amount of heavy metal, some plants have been found very powerful in absorption of uptake of heavy metals. Then you can clean the land and get the heavy metal in concentrated form, then you can remove them. And heavy metals, pure form, is also very expensive as a reagent or chemical substances. So in the earth, all waste are basically resource in a different form. If we can use the science, then we can convert the waste into the resource. So typical loading of municipal wastewater. Municipality is a big, source of wastewater. Every day, we are releasing huge amount of waste. And wastewater in the municipality contains suspended solids, uh, total solids, biochemical oxygen demand, chemical oxygen demand, ammonia nitrogen, total nitrogen, organic nitrogen, total phosphorus. These are the some major parts of the municipal wastewater. You can see nitrogen, phosphorus, they are actually very, very important essential nutrient element. They are very, very important element for life. So if we can separate those materials somehow, then that they will be very, very useful fertilizer. And even the different total solids, some are metal and metallic or other things, suspended solids, different kind of materials. Uh, when you do bath or even toilet, many contains organic, inorganic composition. So these are the concentration approximately, which is reported by Beaton 2005. So, the categories of contaminants in wastewater. If we categorize the contaminants present in the wastewater, what would be? For example, suspended solids, nutrients, as I mentioned, nitrogen and many other things, refractory organics, pathogens and parasites also there, heavy metals, dissolved or inorganics, biodegradable uh, organic compounds, priority pollutants. Some pollutants are problematic. So these are the major categories of the contaminants present in wastewater. But even though they are present in the wastewater in the municipality, some cities, big cities like London City, they have the mechanism to separate all the waste from the wastewater and convert the wastewater into the drinking water. They have the system. So the three major groups of biological process, aerobic, anaerobic, and combination of aerobic and anaerobic can be run in combination or in sequence of offer greater levels of treatment. The main objectives of wastewater treatment processes can be summarized as reduction of biodegradable organic contents, reduction or removal of recalcitrant organic. Recalcitrant means which are difficult to, degrade. Removal of heavy or toxic metals, removal or reduction of compounds containing phosphorus and nitrogen, removal and inactivation of pathogen microorganisms and parasites. For example, nowadays, COVID-19 is a big problem in uh, the Dhaka city. So even wastewater in Dhaka city may contain the uh, SARS-CoV-2 virus particles. So lots of pathogenic, non-pathogenic microorganisms, parasites can be present there, and they are the when you make any treatment plan, you must consider how to handle all these things and how can you separate, how can you uh, detoxify them. So three process I mentioned: aerobic one, Aerobic treatment in case of organic material in presence of oxygen. Aerobic means you need to offer oxygen and you can, the cells of microorganisms also there. Microorganisms actually biodegrade degrade the organic materials in presence of oxygen and convert them carbon dioxide, hydrogen, and new cells. That because the bacteria, beneficial bacteria you use for aerobic treatment of wastewater, they use organic matter as a carbon source and need respiration oxygen. So you need to offer oxygen in the system, and they also take nutrients, as you know, nitrogen, phosphorus, many nutrients are present in wastewater. They get the nutrient. Finally, they make the product carbon dioxide, which goes to the air, and water, new cells, because when they get the nutrient from the waste water, their number increased. And then, in any bacteria cells, after uh, their death, uh, what they do in presence of oxygen, carbon dioxide, water, and ammonia is released. So by this way, aerobic process, theoretically, you can see here how they can do biodegradation of organic matter uh, by the utilization of microorganisms. Anaerobic biotreatment of wastewater does not generally lead to low pollution standards, and it is often considered a pre-treatment process devoted to minimization of oxygen demand and excessive formation of sludge. Highly concentrated wastewaters. Wastewater, if it is highly concentrated with the pollutant, should be treated anaerobically due to the possibility to recover energy as biogas and low quantity of sludge. So, if they are, you know, biodegradable biomass, then if they are highly concentrated, high biomass content, then you can treat them anaerobically. Biogas process is an anaerobic process, so you can get the biogas energy and convert. You can easily convert biogas into the electricity. So, a valuable product and a low quantity of sludge you can get. And these sludge, if they contain heavy metal and other things, you can use them as a brick or other, so that do not affect the environment. Research and practice have demonstrated that high loads of wastewater treated by anaerobic technologies generates low quantities of biological excess sludge with a high treatment efficiency, low capital cost, no oxygen requirements, methane production, low nutrient requirements, etc. So this is the anaerobic biotreatment. Here you can see the mechanism of sulfate reduction for removal of organics, because this is also anaerobic process. Here you can see sulfate, if present in the pollutant organic substrate, they react like this way, and finally, you know, elemental sulfur precipitate and water is generated. So these are the some fundamental process and steps how uh, sulfur containing, because in most of the protein and amino acid contain sulfur. So sulfur containing compounds are degraded like this way in anaerobic process. Comparison of anaerobic and aerobic process. Here you can see aerobic process. The this one aerobic process, this one anaerobic process. In case of aerobic process, if you have 100 kg of solid waste, then what would happen? Aerobic treatment, you need to apply energy, 100 kilowatt energy, and you will finally get carbon dioxide and water, and obviously some solid 10 kg remain the waste, and sludge 60 kg. So this would be the outcome. But in case of anaerobic one, here you see you need less energy, 10 kilowatt energy to apply, and you will get less sludge, but you get methane, useful methane, and carbon dioxide. And outlet, obviously, similar. That outlet one COD means they are not decomposable. So you can get this. So both have some advantage and disadvantage, but aerobic, high energy requiring process and higher sludge released. Outcome is carbon dioxide and water. Anaerobic, low energy required, low sludge, and outcome is methane and carbon dioxide. So this is all for today. I think and not, we can discuss a little more. Thank you. You may ask a few questions and then I shall stop here. Any question? Shahid has not yet joined. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any question from your side?
No, sir. Clearly understood
Okay.
today's lecture.
Then thank you so much. And I am expecting how to say, uh, a very nice review from your side. And I hope, Jinan, you will lead this group. And only 5 members group. I am very much confident that you can make it and lucid story. Thank you so much.
जी सर इंशाल्लाह सर